Welcome back once again, Spazites, to another Transformers video review. As you can see, we have before us Transformers Generation Selects Seacon's Tentakill. Randy happened to find this at a comic and game store down in North Georgia. I say down in North Georgia because we're located just north of the Georgia border in the Chattanooga area of Tennessee. But anyway, I decided I really need to open this. I'm hoping to find the other 5 at the convention. I may have to wind up getting a couple or a few of them on eBay, since the last 2 that were available on Hasbro were sold out during their big Hasbro Pulse Days thing. They had 2 of them left in stock there, but they sold out almost immediately, so yeah, I don't think I'm ever getting them, since they had a big sale of all the older stuff. They're probably not going to make any more, unfortunately, because at one point in time they had remade all but 1, I think. I'm not even sure about that. But let's go ahead and see what we got here. Randy got this for me. It was only $50 for Tentakill. I know they each come in their own slipcase box. I can get rid of that box. That's garbage. And you can see we've got this black and white line art of Tentakill in robot. And I don't know if that's the fish mode or gun mode. On the back, it's all, this was a Generation Select, so it was primarily a Takara. They were imported, basically, Takara Tomy. But anyway, they come in the gray Generation Selects box. This one is, where is the Selects number? I thought it had a number, unless that was the American release. Now I'm not seeing it. Yeah, it doesn't say. I thought they had Selects numbers, so I might be mistaken. Anyway, there we go. Got that neat slipcase off. We're going to keep that off. And let's open up the box here. It's not sealed like other Select stuff. And here we are, never been opened. Very happy to see that. Big squid head. Okay, so that is the head of the giant squid. So that's not the gun platform version. That's just the giant squid head with the guns attached to it. Although from what I heard, the weapon mode is just the fish in fish mode with a gun stuck on its head. So that might be the gun mode anyway. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get her, I believe Tentakill was a female, out of her plastic cardboard prison here, and yeah, we'll be right back after a quick cut. And here's Tentakill in all of her squid glory, I guess. I think this is how she's supposed to be positioned in robot mode. We double check. All these instructions are completely in Japanese, so let's see. Yeah, it looks like these are her little squid arms for the front, and they just stick out like that, and then here's her rest of her squid arms. The guns are just supposed to be up here in robot mode, like that. You can also guess you can connect them together, but they line up kind of funny. I think this is meant for their ultimate weapon, because we also get this, which doesn't actually get used in the robot mode. This is meant to connect to a giant sword that you build for the larger character, the Poseidon or whatever. You can put it up here to act as a giant fin on the top, which is interesting. Let's get that back in there. Come on, go in there. Seem to be having issues with this one. Come on. The other one fits in just fine. I don't want to cram them in too far or hard. I don't want to break anything. Let's take her back a little there. There we go. Make sure I'm zoomed all the way. Boom. Okay. So we also get a really cool upgraded hand. Each of these fingers is articulated, not multiple points, but each one is articulated, which is really cool. And then the thumb, instead of folding out from the middle, it folds like this, flip out, and then like that, so you can make it either the left or right hand. And you've got buttons there, there, and there to hold weapons and whatever else you want. Also, there's a button here and there. So you can do a lot with these hands, really, which is pretty cool. And let me see. And this is why I hope this is the only version of this, because I don't want the American one and not get the rest of the big weapon, which is really cool. Whoops. Oh, man, I just dropped the instructions. Okay, I picked them up. Let me open this up so we can look. You see the main weapon down here. What is that? Oh, cool. It has the Prime Master's port as well on the hand. I'll have to look at that. We've got a sword. We've got 2 extra blades that go on the end of the sword. And then we have this thing, 2 of those, that also go on the end of the sword. And then it looks like a small axe that goes on the very end as the handle to make this giant sword. And then over here, you can take the axe off to put the sword in there and then reattach it on the other side to make it look like it's holding the giant sword by the giant handle, I guess, which is really cool. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different components, one with each Seacon, which is really cool. And then just like with the previous ones, you can put this down, and when the Seacon is in robot mode, you can have it hold onto this and then make it look like it's got a giant fist. Oh, yeah, there it is. You can put Prime Masters in there, which is really cool. Let me grab a Prime Master really quick. I grabbed my water-themed Prime Master. Let's go ahead and get him out. I don't remember the name of this one, unfortunately. But you flip that out, instead of it being a headmaster, it has the Prime Master. And you just plug that right in there, just like you would a normal Prime Master, I guess. It doesn't want to stay, though. The head gets in the way. Huh, that's weird. There. Now it's got Power of the Primes. It doesn't want to stay in there, though. That's kind of sucky. Anyway. Plug that back in there. Boom! I think. Is it plugged all the way in? Yeah, it looks like it. Anyway, so, yeah, you got Prime Master compatibility as well. I wonder if the Japanese Prime Masters are just a hair bigger, because that would explain why it didn't stick in there. So, I'm not sure. Anyway, let's put him off to the side for now. I'm going to go ahead and transform Tentakill. I'm going to try and read. Fortunately, the pictures are pretty good. They are just black and white line pictures, though. So I'm hoping... Oh, I keep noticing a whistle when I inhale. I apologize. I'm a little stuffed up. We've had weather. So if you keep hearing a sharp noise, I am so sorry. Anyway, let's go ahead and transform Tentakill. There's Tentakill's little hands. Tentakill into robot mode and see what we got here. Now, normally with the Prime Masters, this acts as armor, but because it doesn't have 2 thumbs, it's only got 1 piece of armor on it. So I'm not exactly sure if there's a place it's supposed to plug in this mode. Maybe just back here like this to act as some back armor. But that doesn't... Oh, there it is. I'm doing it wrong. So maybe it just holds back there for storage, I guess. Like I've got the big fin up here for storage. This little fin, though, could easily become a weapon in the hand when we do the robot mode, which is... Anyway. Okay, I'm going to do a quick cut, see if I can't get her transformed into her robot mode, and yeah, we'll be right back after, like I said, a quick cut. So, yeah, be right back. But before we get that far, I did realize I did something right. With this on the back here, on the other side goes this, and that's storage for the component of it that you can't see from the front in robot mode. But from the back looks like a pretty wicked fin. Unfortunately, it's very off-center, but that's fine. Also, there is a secondary piece. If you want to turn these guys into feet, just like all of the combiners, they can be either an arm or a foot. You need an extra part that comes with Turtler, who's the big centerpiece one. Comes with two pieces that plug into the end of this so that it gives the foot more stability. Just like the other ones as well. So, yeah, anyway. Okay, now, on to transformation. So, be right back. Alrighty, here's Tentakill in all of her robot glory. Let me adjust my light here a little bit. She can take her weapons, of course, and hold them as such. Maybe. There she goes. Holds the weapons. She's got a cool ball joint in her elbow here. A ball jointed shoulder. A ball jointed head that can not really look up and down. Can spin all the way around. She can do the splits. She's got waist swivel. She can kick this far forward, which isn't all that far. She can kick that far back, which again, there's a lot of kibble, so unfortunately that's not the best. But she does have some nice double jointed, it looks like, oh, it is a ball joint. Okay, ball jointed thighs, as well as double jointed knees, which are pretty neat. And, let's see, I thought I saw an extra bit of... Yeah, she's got a joint in her thigh, too, so boom, like that. And she's got early ankle tilt. It's not the best, but it's something. And she can also hold the fin thing in her hand here and use it as a blade, which is pretty cool. And just like I said before, she can... take the big hand, pop it in there, maybe, come on, there we go, and use the big hand as a giant fist. Just like all of the Combiner Wars figures can do with their hand. So, we do have an extra gun that can go there, or anywhere, really. She does have a couple of spots back here, which I'm not sure what they're supposed to do, except I think that might have something to do with her weapon mode when she's back in her fishy body. The gun, as I discovered, actually clips together like this. There we go. And I'm pretty sure those can attach right here. Oh, maybe not. No, they're too far apart. Okay. I'm not sure what that's for. I'm going to have to look up the instructions a little more thoroughly and find out. Because this part was just kind of sitting on somewhere. It didn't look like it was plugged into anything on her in her squid mode, her beast mode. So I'm not sure what those are, but they're definitely more plugs for stuff. She can also wield this gun as a double gun if you want. Hold it one of many ways. Put it like that and make it as some sort of sword blade hammer. I don't know. And then I noticed, well, I mean, I noticed this before as well, but she's also got these plugs as well. Those might also have something to do with her weapon mode. These tentacles do fold back if you want. So, yeah. She's got a huge backpack. She's got to lean forward. Otherwise, she'll be under the threat of falling backwards. So she's got a JoJo pose. I think that's the JoJo ending. I'm not sure. Anyway, I think I'm going to try transforming her into weapon mode just for kicks. I'm not going to bother with arm or leg mode right now because I don't have the extra piece for the foot yet. Perhaps when I get Turtler, I'll do a couple of them in their leg limb modes. Or I might wait until I have all 6 in order to do the full combined mode. But I will do each of them justice by showing off each of their weapon modes. So, after another transformation, we'll be right back. So, stick with me. There is one more thing before I transform her into weapon mode. And again, I do apologize if this is not the female of the Seacons. I'm not purposely misgendering. During transformation, I found one of these little tiny pegs that are for, I think, Titan Masters to stand on. If I can get him back out of his Titan Master shell here. Yeah, for some reason she has a Titan Master peg on her chest where, well, under her snout, under her mouth, where I don't know if this flips up in gun mode or what. Why there would be a Titan Master peg right there. So I'm going to have to do some research on the Seacons and figure out what all these random plugs and stuff are for. Unfortunately, I cannot read Japanese, so I can't really do anything with the instructions. But yeah, I'm definitely going to have to look into this. I really, really want this set, because they're just an obscure set that we barely saw in America. And I love obscure characters. And the Seacons are really cool and unique, and as each of them can, oh cool, her head has articulation in squid mode. That is so neat. Cool. Anyway, we'll be right back with gun mode. Bye. So here's Tentakill in gun mode. It's a stretch. Got her all folded up nice and tight. You got this here goes in, and this might be why this is shaped funny, but it pops in there, and that's how the combined form holds it with top of the hand there. So, yeah. Interesting, to say the least. Those 2 spots that I found were not part of this. You've got these 2 here. I don't know what those are supposed to be, unless you can build a shield into the gun. I have no idea. I'm going to have to look it up. That doesn't want to hold in there, so this does not hold in great. It's a little loose. But there's so many of these. There's 1, 2 here. And then if you actually lift up the face, which I can't right now because everything's locked into place, you've got these 2 here. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think there's a 5th one behind the faceplate here of these little 6-sided airlock things, and I don't know what they're supposed to do. You can place a Titan Master right here to, I guess, stand on the gun in gun mode. Not that it needs to be done, because I'm assuming that a larger robot is firing the gun and not a Titan Master. And like I said, the Titan Master wants to stand pretty loose on that little peg. And you can't fit one of the Titan Master shells on there. I mean, it'll stand there, but it won't actually peg into the peg with the holes. So, I'm not sure what exactly a lot of this does. I think I would prefer this faceplate to be down back here. Got to wiggle the legs out of the way. Just place it down like that, and I think the faceplate looks better like that. It's obviously her face in gun mode, but I just think having that flipped up, which is how the instructions have it, just doesn't look as nice. So I kind of like this better with the mouth guard down instead of flipped up. Anyway, yeah, this is the gun mode. So, and you can see this is the combiner port thing here. You flip it up like that for leg mode, or like this for arm mode, depending on how you're going to do it. And then, like I said, I'll do the legs and arms at a later date. But for now, this also doesn't hold together super great. It's a little loose. So, yeah. Anyway, that's my video for Tentakill, Seacon Tentakill. And I actually kind of like it. It's not bad. I will say that. It's not bad. As a figure in altogether, it's really neat. I'm a fan. So, can you just stay in there, please? Stay on the hand. Boom. I have a turret. I think each of them could turn into a turret as well originally. So, anyway. There we go. Anyway, this has been my video for Seacon Tentakill from the Takara Tomy, the Japanese import of the Seacons. And I can't wait to get the rest. It's going to take me a while, probably. But I got this first one, and now I'm as determined as ever to get the rest. So, I'm not sure what I'm going to do at BotCon. There's so many things I want, and I'm so limited in what I could spend. So, anyway, yeah. Tentakill. Please like my video, comment down below, all that good stuff. If you're not already and you feel like it, please subscribe. It's completely free for you to do and to help me grow my channel. I'd really appreciate it. And that having been said, until next time, as usual, be kind, happy hunting, and goodbye. Don't forget to wash your hands, and if you go out, please be kind. Be nice? I don't know. Bye, everybody.